Hi Park family, it's David. Okay, I am here just outside of the senior center and the library next to the Chamber of Commerce here in the city of Chino. And I just wanted to get some camera footage of this particular intersection and the way the streets kind of line up, because the way that this city is already organized and made and mapped out, is we can learn from it, and then we can, with time and attention, maybe within the next 5, 7 to 10 years, we'll look at David's Park map and the shells and the attractions that we've got, and kind of, hopefully within the next 5, 7 to 10 years, we'll arrive at a point where we kind of find just the right architecture and engineering for the way that the park should be laid out. And so we're really going to take our time and just kind of do a lot of studying and observation, a lot of contemplation, a lot of practice, playing around and having fun, a lot of practice refining and improving our warfare with the devil and the devil's jerks and evil, and then a lot of practice enchanting not only each other but our guests and audiences, first and foremost here in America. And so I'm going to just kind of pan around here and get some of these different things on camera here. So across the street here is the 7th Street Community Center Theater. So I want to get that on video here. So you can see some of the, some of the different trees that are in this area. I don't know if this is a neon tree, or if it's a willow tree, or if it's any kind of spectacular or wonderful kind of tree. A mysterious tree, an intriguing tree, an eerie tree. I don't know. But we need to kind of contemplate on what kinds of trees and what types of landscaping and things we'll do in David's Park. So these are just some hotels here. Or sorry, not hotels, like condominiums maybe, or apartments. And then they've got a park over here. Behind the Chamber of Commerce and some stores. And then they've got this kind of a 2-story building with some intriguing trees and so forth. And so anyhow, and then I just wanted to get this angle over here of just the different things. So give me just 1 second. So here we've got the senior center across the street here, and then the library, and then Chino City Hall over there in the distance. So anyhow, I just want to get some of those things on video here, and then I'll continue to refine and improve my maps, and then eventually I'd like to kind of consolidate all the different things that I can kind of draw into my vision, and then put them into one quality park map, which will yield one quality park, perhaps one quality park in our lifetime. I may be able to do maybe just one quality park in my lifetime, and then maybe in the lifetimes to come, all of our park family and friends will really get to enjoy the park the park and the city as it matures and grows and develops. You can bring your kids there and have fun and do all sorts of things that I dreamed of doing when I was a kid, but we didn't have David's Park and David City here when I was a kid. Otherwise, it would have been nice to have had them here, Otherwise, we could have had a lot more fun, growing up. But we'll make do with what we can get done in our lifetime. So anyhow, I just want to get some of those things on record, and I will talk to you guys later. All right, bye. Hi Park family, it's David. Okay, I'm outside of the 7th Street Theater here, and I just wanted to get some additional thoughts down here on record about some of the things we do and why we do some of the things we do in David's Park and in David City. So, we plan to take our sweet time for the next 5, 7 to 10 years developing different things to help us, kind of guide our faith and imaginations in the park. So, for example, there's certain laws and doctrines which exist that we don't need to waste, from life, that just have always existed. We need to learn to apply those laws in the park and preserve those laws. We don't waste any of the laws, any of the Messiah's laws, any of the Holy Ghost's laws, any of the park or city ghost laws, or any laws of the dead. We just preserve them all and maintain them in David's Park. And then in addition to that, if we wanted to create art to kind of help us express, how we have fun and play with our dead in David's Park and in David City, it may take a while to find just the right, artistic look that we're looking for when it comes to expressing our dead. So I know some of our park family and friends out there have different unique gifts and talents and skills for drawing and different things. And so for some of the shells and attractions in David's Park, we may be looking for a specific look for a particular ghost, or a very specific look for a not so haunted or not so ghostly area of David's Park and David City. We also may want to find like a very specific look for some of our characters for some of the other shells and attractions. So if we have a not so very pirates land, we might be looking for a very specific not so very piratey character to be our not so very piratey hero, or a not so very piratey heroine or villain. And our villains are just kind of representations of the devil and the devil's jerks and evil. And so I enjoy pirates, love pirates, would love to put them in the park and in the city. And then in addition to that, we should probably come up with our own version of starfighting, and traveling to space, and create spaceships and rockets and different things for David's Park and David City. And then we may want to do, our own Wild West scenes, and create our own cowboy characters and Indian characters and different things. And so we just kind of keep toying around and playing around with our imagination and keep practicing. If you have a unique gift, skill, or talent in one of those areas, your particular style may work nicely in David's Park and David City one day. And so take the time in developing your unique gifts, skills, and talents. David will too. And who knows, you might want to be part of David's Park and David City in the next 5, 7 to 10 years. So anyhow, I just want to get that on record, and I will talk to you guys later. All right, bye. Hi, Park family, it's David. Okay, I want to answer one more question here, and then I'm going to call it a day. And this question just, again, has to do with how do we conquer the devil, the devil's jerks, and evil in David's Park and in David's City? And how can you conquer the devil, the devil's jerks, and evil where you are, in your park and in your city? And I don't have all of the answers, but I do have some answers, and so here's one answer. So I would say we've got at least 555 reasons to be at war with the devil, the devil's jerks, and evil. And there may be about 5,555 reasons to keep warring with them throughout our whole life. And so, we can just, maybe each day when we wake up, we should say, well, how can I, right where I stand, right where I'm standing? David is right here in the city of Chino, but wherever you're at, whether you're in another park in some other city, or if you're just in some other city, you can ask yourself, well, how do I conquer the devil and the devil's jerks and evil today? What am I going to do to express, like, what really bugs me, or what really bugs America, or what really bugs our family? And I suppose everybody has a different way to express it, but part of the trick in learning to conquer the devil and evil and the devil's jerks is to learn to begin to express, how frustrated you are with the devil and the devil's jerks and evil. You kind of have to begin to express it, and then you have to kind of express that you're at war with the devil and the devil's jerks and evil. And as you begin to express those things, you'll find that it's quite liberating. And then, it's okay to say that you hate the devil, or that you hate the devil's jerks, or you hate evil. And the more you practice saying it, you may just find that God will bless you with all sorts of, additional insights into how you can shine your Eryn's light in our not so very good tails land in David's Park, or how you might be able to shine your Eryn's light in our not so very pirate land in David's Park, or how you might shine your Eryn's light in our not so very dead man's land in David's Park, or how you might shine your Eryn's light in our not so very cool star fighting lands in David's Park, and whatever other lands we continue to develop, like a not so very small world area of David's Park and David City. And so anyhow, those are just some thoughts, and wanted to get those on record, and I will talk to you guys later. All right, bye.